All right, we're ready to get cooking now. Hey, hey. Ooh, ready to get cooking. So let's see here. Got the audio together, thankfully. Um, got the audio together finally. Apologize for that, everyone. We are back. We already got two people in here. Sue, Shiny, your thoughts on the guy that knew he had Corona and still got on the plane and coughed on people? Well, there's two parts to, two ways you can look at that. Now, honestly, we can call that, I don't know. I think that guy should get charged with something because someone could potentially die. So if you get on a plane and cough on people, is that technically um, attempted murder? That's a good question. Is it attempted murder? A very interesting possibility. Um, I don't know. That's a very interesting question, and we'll kind of have to see about that. So that's a good question. Um, he probably just wanted to get home, but when you're doing it at the expense of I don't know how many people can fit on a plane, 70 people or so, 100 people or so on a plane, you really got to think about that. Now, maybe he didn't, let's look at it from a couple different scenarios. Maybe the guy that got on the plane didn't have enough money to stay where he was at. He ran out, not enough money to keep a hotel. He had to go to work. If he doesn't go to work, he gets fired. So there's a lot of different angles to that. We can kind of look at it and just kind of see, what exactly is the problem, the issue, and what's going on most and what's happening. So that's what I would say. I say we have to look at it from a couple different perspectives. Um, so it really depends. Maybe there should be some sort of fund. Maybe we should look at what the government did in regards to relief funds. We know they did it for small businesses and businesses. Maybe, uh, yeah. That's Erica Williams. Shout out to Erica Williams. Friend asking about it. Yeah, so we can look at it from that perspective. Maybe if there's some sort of relief program, actually for the citizens, that'd be interested to see if that would come into play. Where to go get TP in the low? Some counties are considered manslaughter. Interesting. Yeah, I would say so. Are you seeing a difference in the reaction of crimes between communities like New Tampa versus East Tampa, for example? Oh yeah, they're very little, very small differences though. Um, very small in the grand scheme of things. I would say. Both parties. If we're looking at the New Tampa people and the demographics around New Tampa, we can clearly see that people are um, buying a lot of items. Unfortunately, uh, when it gets to this point, it's too little, too late. And the items that they're buying in general are how should we say? The items that they're buying in general are perishable, which defeats the whole purpose. If you're trying to get food for, you know, the next couple days or so, that should be non-perishable foods, right? Canned goods. Um, Already in places in Tampa, New Tampa, they're out of toilet paper. People are going online, Amazon, to buy novelty toilet paper so they can wipe with it. There are situations where that is warranted, and but I don't know. I think a lot of this prior planning purports poor performance, the 5 Ps, and that's something they should all look at. You know, it's something that they should all look at. Um, I just I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're thinking. The thing about disasters with East Tampa, if we look at East Tampa. So let me give you a quick demographic breakdown. Right, East Tampa, you have the older low income whites and Hispanics and things of that nature. West Tampa, you've got low income, primarily Hispanics over in West Tampa. Um, you got a few blacks over there, a few whites. South Tampa, you have predominantly affluent old money whites and um, new money whites over there by Channel Side. And then you got low income blacks and Hispanics and everybody. New Tampa, you have affluent everyone, affluent whites, affluent everyone, blacks, all Hispanics, etc. New money over there. And then in the middle, you've got Tampa, which is a little bit of everyone, but predominantly black, low income area. Um, so those are the makeups of each quadrant of Tampa. So not much is really changing. They're all buying exorbitant amounts of food and supplies, and yeah, not much of a difference. Not much of a difference at all. Good question. Let me see here. Well, the government officials, they definitely want to keep the peace. They definitely want to keep it looking as harmless as possible, that it's not a big deal. And that's their job. We put them in office to instill confidence, and we put them in there to protect us, not just the president, but our local and state and governments, along with the federal. That's what we're expecting, and that's what we particularly want. So, that's what we should be particularly looking for. So, should they be shaking hands? I think they should do it correctly. Shake hands with gloves. I think that would be smart, and wash their hands and stuff like that. We already see a lot of officials in the Senate have gotten the coronavirus, Ted Cruz included. So it doesn't matter what social area you're in or social class you're in. If you don't wash your hands and you're exposed to a lot of people, chances are you're gonna get something, corona or other. Let's see here. I wish there was like a hashtag, like, see, I just put two hashtags. Link in bio for live stream. Ooh. All right, so that was shared on Instagram, and we'll also share that on, let's see here. Boom. One more thing. And then once I share it on, I'm going to go ahead and share that on my story. And then lastly on Snapchat. And then we'll actually get into the nitty gritty of all this. The reason why you are all here. The reason you're all here. There we go. And so basically what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go over all of this, right? We're going to go over all this. There we go. Now we're on all platforms. All right, so we're gonna go over all of this. I've got footage, and let's see here. The premise of it, as you guys read in the description, I did it for you because I love you all. I called all of the major airlines, or at least the 5 major airlines. I called Southwest, I called United, I called American Airlines, I called Frontier, and I called um, uh, what is it? Southwest. I've called them all. I inquired. 2 of them I could not get through to. I couldn't get through to 2. I do have recorded conversations from Southwest and United that I'm going to go ahead and play here of what I learned and what they're doing to protect us or those that choose to fly with them during this coronavirus. I'll go over those questions. I'll let you hear it for yourself. Well, for the 2 that we weren't able to speak to, or the 3, American Airlines, Frontier, and I feel like there's one more, Delta. We'll go on their website, see if they wrote down what they're doing to protect people. So you guys can decide if you just got to fly or if you don't want to let these deals pass you by. You're going to know which airlines that are going to protect you the best, if at all, so you can make an informed decision about your health, because we want you guys here always and forever. So just let us know, just let us know. What's your question, Miss Shiny, before we get started? Okay. So I've been trying to get my money back, but I was on hold for over 5 hours. They keep hanging up and nobody's giving me my money back. I'm going to address that because I'll go ahead and let you guys know what these 5 questions are, and you guys be able to hear the responses. But I got you covered on that. I've got you covered. I've got you covered. I've got you covered. Don't forget to like and share this. You're losing over $1,000. No, no, no. Wow. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is ridiculous. And yes, everyone's calling in. I had to go through whole times of 67, 82, 91 minutes with all of these each. So I definitely feel your pain. You're losing over $1,000. And everyone I call says systems down. Yep. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. So the first one we're going to go ahead and look at, and again, guys, don't forget to like and share this on all the platforms. I'm really going to put you guys on some game. This is going to be really good for you. Trust me. Trust me. And also, if you guys want to come up on the stream after we're done with the presentation just to talk about it, I'll send you guys, I'll post a link to the StreamYard so you guys can come on and we can have a dialogue on the screen, on the stream. Okay? Because I definitely want to hear from you. If you know anyone that got corona and you know about what they're going through and experiencing, let us know. We want to know. Yep, I've heard that too. I know that. I've heard that too. So let's. These are the questions that I asked all five of these airlines. Again, I was on the phone and inquired with Southwest, United Airlines, American Airlines, Frontier, and Delta. And these are as follows: the questions that were asked to them. Again, flights and safety. Question one: what type of precautions are you taking as a company to protect passengers? Two, are the planes disinfected or the planes disinfected after each flight? Three, do you guys allow refunds of payment or credit to another flight? Question four, what is your best deal? And question five, um, will any masks or gloves be given or provided to passengers, or do they have to supply them of their own accord? So I think these are really five good questions. And depending on how these are answered and how they were answered, it'll definitely let you know if you just got to fly, who you should be flying with. Again, this is going to be your own determination. I'm not here to tell you what to do, I'm just here to inform you. That is what Real Talk, Real People does. As your host, current events, that is what I do. Well, you know what? Since we're talking about it, let's start with Southwest. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all. There we go. There we go. Share that screen. And let me go ahead. Yeah, you guys should be able to see the whole entire screen. And actually, what I will do is make it even bigger. Well, no, I'll just keep it like that. So we're going to go ahead and play Southwest. I'm going to go ahead and play the audio here. There was two Southwest calls. I'm going to go ahead and play the audio here. If I skip past a few parts, it's just because there's personal information given out. So I'm going to skip past that. And any names, I'm going to just skip past that to avoid any conflicts of interest or any issues that may arise to keep people's identities and information secure. Okay. So we're going to go with the Southwest, which will be number one. So no, I'm actually going to play the broadest one, where I try calling all of them, and then I'll give the um, playthroughs for Southwest and United when they come up. So this was just my first attempt calling all of them. Let me know if you guys can hear that. Nothing's being said right now, so.
Thank you for calling Southwest Airlines. Your call may be recorded and monitored for quality purposes. Lower fares may be available on Southwest.com. Federal law prohibits the carriage of certain hazardous materials in your type of carry-on baggage until they're sold in a phone.
See how that sounded. This was just a testing the audio. Come on.
Thank you for calling Southwest Airlines. Your call may be recorded and monitored for quality purposes. Lower fares may be available on Southwest.com. Federal law prohibits the carriage of certain hazardous materials in your checked or carry-on baggage and could result in a fine.
See how. Yeah, I'm trying to skip past that part. It's like going crazy. There's like going to be a lot of undo. All right, let's play that. Lord have mercy. Sorry, guys, for the technical difficulty on this. It's crazy, actually. No, it sounded good. Thank you, Subaru. Let's see here. Come on, let's go back. There. All right, go ahead and play that. I wonder if it'll be better if I just put it in the audio editor. Oh, we'll just open the trailer.
Southwest.com. Federal law prohibits the carriage of certain hazardous materials in your checked or carry-on baggage and could result in a fine.
See how that sounded. Okay. Feel like it was a lot longer than that though. Exit out the trimmer. Yeah, I guess that's not necessary. Let's just not do that one. Let's try to go ahead and do. I'm just going to go ahead and play the audio for Southwest. Let's do that. The long and short of the first track was I was trying to get in contact with all the different airlines, and I had no success with getting in contact with any of them initially, just for everyone's understanding on that. So a lot of the things that you guys are going through, I definitely went through them myself. So just go ahead and be aware of that. But we're going to go ahead and move it forward. So this is going to be the audio from the Southwest conversation. soon as it plays. So come on. This is going crazy. You know what? I'm going to switch up. I'm going to do this differently. Never let them see you sweat. If one way is not working, you do it a different way. All right, let's do this again. Now, yeah, why the hell is that? That needs to go back home. Yeah. All right, so let's start with Southwest. Real.
Press 3. If you are calling for flight information, press 4. For all other calls, press 5. If you have your confirmation number and would like to use our automated service to hear your reservation information or to cancel your reservation, press 1. For travel within the U.S. and Puerto Rico, press 2. For international travel, press 3. Reservations made on Southwest.com may be changed or canceled on our website, or you can remain on the line. Lower fares for your new flight may be available on Southwest.com.
Hold times are high. We are not making exceptions to our normal fare rules. For expedited service, use Southwest.com.
Peep that.
As a reminder, you can visit Southwest.com for many serve opportunities such as checking in online, checking your flight status, booking a new reservation, or modifying your existing reservation. All of our customer representatives are assisting other callers. Rather than wait on hold, we can call you back when it's your turn. Within approximately 67 minutes, you will not lose your place in line if you choose to use this service. To receive a callback, press 1. For a description of the callback, please press any key to continue. You are calling from 813-003-890. To use this number, press 1. To specify an alternate number, Please speak your full name at the tone. Press any key to end recording. You will receive a callback in approximately 68 minutes. Thank you for calling Southwest Airlines. Goodbye.
All right, so that was the initial Southwest call. Nothing to write home about, it was what it was. So we're actually going to get into the real of Southwest. So I believe this is it. Let's go for it.
Regarding your Rapid Rewards account, or if you're an A-list member, press 1. To make a new reservation, Thank you for calling Southwest Airlines. Your call may be recorded and monitored for quality purposes. Lower fares may be available on southwest.com. Federal law prohibits the carriage of certain hazardous materials in your checked or carry-on baggage and could result in a fine. By continuing this call, you acknowledge that you understand the hazardous materials restrictions and penalties. For more information, please visit www.southwest.com. If you have questions regarding your Rapid Rewards account, or if you're an A-list member, press 1. To make a new reservation or pay for an existing reservation, press 2. To make changes to an existing reservation, press 3. If you are calling for flight information, press 4. For all other calls, press 5. If you would like to hear those choices again, if you have your confirmation number and would like to use our automated service to check unused travel funds, press 1. For assistance with Southwest.com, press 2.
All right, so there's that one. I actually bought my brother a ticket to come down here, I think, in the next 2 weeks. Oh, yeah, that was well into the call.
Representative, if you need more time to get your call may be recorded and monitored for quality purposes. Maintain domestic service. So the next time your little one needs to fly under.
Hi, thanks for calling Southwest Airlines. This is Luis. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Luis. This is Joseph Parker. How are you doing, Luis?
Hey, Joseph, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good.
How can I help today?
Well, hey, I was calling because I just had a few questions regarding, I actually bought my brother a ticket to come down here, I think, in the next 2 weeks. Fake scenarios, fake names. I live in Florida. He lives in Colorado. And I do have that confirmation number. I had just a couple questions about the safety of the flight, and then in regards to the refund policy. Hopefully you can help me.
Well, let's go ahead and start by pulling up his reservation. What's his confirmation number?
All right, let me pull that up. I have that as confirmation number. Ticket number, I'm sorry.
Either would work.
5 blah 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 327.
Okay, let's go and pull up that ticket here.
Real confirmation number, though. That way, they're giving us the right info.
All right, can I just have you verify his name?
Verify the name on the ticket.
Looks like it's from March 24th. Denver to Tampa, returning on the 29th.
Yes, sir.
And what questions did you have on this?
Okay. Well, my first question was, what type of precautions is Southwest actually taking to protect the passengers on the flights from obviously the corona?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so all of the flights actually that we stepped up the cleaning, so we clean them every single night. With the what's recommended, but it's actually exceeding what the FAA recommends. And then the filters that we actually use in the planes are the same quality that are used in hospitals as well.
Okay. Oh, so they're like N95, N99 filter.
Yeah, it's the same
Okay.
filters that they use in the hospitals.
That's
And
awesome.
then so they clean them every night. The laboratories, anything, they do a thorough cleaning there.
Okay, so you said
We started that last week. I can't remember the exact date, but they sent it out as an email. We started that as of last week.
okay. And you said every night. So does that mean they're not disinfected after every flight then?
No, during the day they do, just small things, but the majority of it is at night when there's nobody on it. Is when we do the majority of it.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess my next question is, do you guys provide like any gloves or masks for the passengers, or is that something they have to supply on their own if they can actually find them?
Yeah, we're not supplying anything like that, but yeah, if they needed to, they felt safer, they're more than welcome to bring their own on the plane.
Gotcha. Okay. What is your refund policy? Because
So
okay, please no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, so at the moment, since there hasn't been any restrictions on domestic flights, the only flights that have been restrictions are airlines that fly to Europe and Asia. So at the moment, since there's no restrictions, we're still having them as normal. So we don't have any, penalties or fees to cancel. And we give you a
Pretty sure it goes longer than that. Let's see. Pretty sure it goes longer than that. Let's see here. Center all to the end, and yeah, it was a little longer than that, a lot longer actually. And I want this to go back here. For some reason, the slider isn't working too well. Let's go ahead and copy that, paste that there. There we go. We delete the T. And we delete that one, and then this should do it. This should be it. Delete track, and are we back at it?
Joseph Parker.
There we go.
Speak with a customer representative.
Now we're back. Hey, got it fixed.
Your call may be recorded and monitored for quality purposes.
Okay, so if I'm pulling up this reservation, what's this confirmation?
There we go. And then I want that to play there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, just to confirm with you, this reservation is second.
No, actually, I don't want a loop. Can we get rid of the loop? I don't want a loop. There we go. Play that.
On the flights. From the, obviously, the corona.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so all of the flights, actually, that we stepped up the cleaning, so we clean them every single night. You know, with the what's recommended, but it's actually exceeding what the FAA recommends. And then the filters that we actually use in the planes are the same quality that are used in hospitals as well. And then so they clean them every night. The laboratories, anything, they do a thorough cleaning there.
Okay, so
We started that last week. I can't remember the exact date, but
and you said every night. So does that mean they're not disinfected after every flight? Then
There we go.
no, during the day they do, you know, just small things, but the majority of it is at night when there's nobody on it. Is when we do the majority of it.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess my next question is, do you guys provide like any gloves or masks for the passengers, or is that something they have to supply on their own if they can actually find them?
Yeah, we're not supplying anything like that, but yeah, if they needed to, they felt safer, they're more than welcome to bring their own on the plane.
Gotcha.
I was going to say, so at the moment, since there hasn't been any restrictions on domestic flights, the only flights that have been restricted are airlines that fly to Europe and Asia. So at the moment, since there's no restrictions, we're still handling them as normal. So we don't have any, penalties or fees to cancel. And we give you
Weird.
It's on the line.
I don't know why it stopped there, but
representative.
yeah, there was
If you want
no
time to get, your call may be recorded and monitored for quality purposes.
there were no, as you can hear, he was gonna say there were no fees to cancel. So
Yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, I think I might end up rescheduling. I have to call them and see, but just from my own, I'd be interested to know.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up a calendar here and see. I'll check for next month because it does have to be at least a 2-week advance purchase. I'll check for April and see what we have.
Gotcha.
okay, so what was he going in about that? Basically, what he was saying. Let's do a quick recap. Southwest offers their filters on their plane are N95 certified, meaning that 5% particulates get through the filters, but it provides 95% protection. So that's what they have in their plane filters. They do thorough nightly cleaning, so they do not clean the plane after each particular flight. So it's not like people get off the plane and they go ahead and do the deep disinfecting. They don't do that after every flight. They don't do that. They just clean it up, you know, how they would normally do, but no deep cleansing. They don't supply gloves or masks. You'll have to bring your own if you can actually get your hands on them. And then this next little part that they were playing in regards to the refund, they will not give you a refund. Okay, just be aware there is no refund. What they offer you is a rescheduling of your flight. Now you can reschedule the flight to anywhere time between a year. So between, let's say I bought a ticket 3/14, I can reschedule it up to 3/14 of next year. So that's how they're doing it. And they're allowing you to travel to any destination Southwest actually flies to. So what you're about to hear right now is the guy explaining that and where you can go outside of the country. You can go to South America. They fly out there, but only to Brazil. I don't believe they fly to Colombia or Panama, but they do fly to Costa Rica. These flights, whatever the tickets are, get away one way, I think, or the gotta get away, those are non-refundable. But as you can see on the screen, they got one way as low as $49. No cancel fees, no change fees, no questions asked. So no fees, but no refunds. So to keep that in mind. But you got to book it now between 3:10. You have 2 more days to book this. And this flight that you book can be for any time this year, I believe. We'll go through it and see if that's as advertised. But that's really what Southwest is boasting. I'm not going to play the audio. I think if you wanted to go to Costa Rica, it's $127, or Brazil for $127. Both pretty good one way. Not round trip, but pretty decent. Let's go ahead and take a look at, I meant in regards to the cleaning schedule. Oh, well, yeah, he wasn't too sure on that, actually. Well, I mean, I think he answered it the best I can. I mean, I was just throwing it at him, really. So I think he did pretty good. All right, so let's take a look here. So to the 5 questions asked, what precautions do they take? A deep cleaning every night. Planes are not disinfected after each flight. They are disinfected every night. They allow refunds? No, but they will reschedule your flight within 1 calendar year of your purchase of this ticket. Their best deal appears to be their one way as low as $49 book sale. No cancel fees, no change fees, no questions asked. Yeah, I bet. But just because there are no fees for that does not mean you will get a refund. There's no refund. And they do not supply gloves and masks. But they do use the pros. They do use N95 filters. And yeah. So let's see. One way starting is at $153. So you can go to Birmingham, Alabama, one way for $50. Let's see here. What's the filter? Oh, there's a round trip. Oh, that's round trip? That's tight. Okay, hold on. Dollars. Let's see here. Let's take a look. Who's doing it? Who's doing it best? That's a hack. It's very smart on their end. Yes, very, very smart on their end. You know what? I heard black people are less likely to get corona. Is this accurate? I guess the secret's out, huh? The secret is out. What I say, the next words that I say are completely my opinion and completely unfounded. I don't have any research. I don't have any links to send you. So take what I say with a grain of salt. This is for entertainment purposes. I am not a doctor, financial advisor, or a flight safety operator. This is all opinion. Okay, so 1 year, it's 1 year from your booking date. That's a good question. 1 year from your booking date. Booking date. Good question. Off the record. Yes, off the record. So let's take a look here. Okay, so to answer your question, I believe I have a theory that Black people are less likely to contract the corona. It makes sense because there's a lot less cases in Africa. Yes, African Americans and Africans in general. And if you see, it's not really too bad in South America either. What do all those places have in common? Dark melanated people, Africans, to be exact. To me, and let's take a look at the corona map here. Let's not just speculate. Corona map. Corona map of world. World map. Okay. So literally the least affected continent is Africa, right? I was looking for a bigger map. But they got corona in some of these places. Let's see here. Okay. So yeah, this says it for itself if you think about it. Let's go ahead and collapse that. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and make this extra big. It's low on the Caribbean too. Exactly. It's let's take a look. Let's really break this down. Let's go ahead, hide this. Okay. So what do we got here? We got the full screen. The coronavirus epidemic has sickened more than 153,100 people, according to the official count. As of Saturday afternoon, at least 5,736 people have died, including 2,543 outside of mainland China. As the map below shows, infected people have been detected in at least 126 countries. So these at least confirmed cases in this area. So I want you guys to look at something here. Let's look at something, right? So these are the yellow have confirmed cases. So supposedly confirmed cases, and then the CDC warns against non-essential travel. So let's take a look at this. China, where this all started, 80,900 plus people affected by the Wuhan virus, the coronavirus. We're looking at the next highest affected country, and that is going to be, strangely enough, Iran. Interesting. Let's open our minds to some possibilities here. Iran. Next highest rated place where they have it. Sorry, I apologize. Number 2 is Italy with 21,100 people. Then below, next to that is Iran. I don't know if you guys know, but Iran has dug a mass grave for people, a mass grave that you can see from outer space for the victims of corona. So if you don't believe me, I'm gonna show you. I got something to show you. It's gonna be hard to see. Okay. So what they're doing is they're creating these trenches. Oh, I'll get to that question too soon. But they're digging these trenches and dumping bodies in the trenches. This is probable pile of lime. For anyone that knows anything about disposing of bodies, what you do is you put bodies in holes, and to keep them from stinking and all of that other stuff, and to preserving for burial and other stuff, although I think they're just going to burn the bodies at some point, they throw lime on it, and that helps with the decomposition and the smell, keeping the smell. So this is what's going on in Iran. It's quite archaic. Let's take a look back at the coronavirus map. Go back on full screen. All right. And so after Iran, we're looking at Spain. Nope, we're looking at South Korea, actually. I apologize. China, Italy, Iran, South Korea. Man, sucks. Spain, France. We know Italy shut down. No way in, no way out. You got to be at least 3 feet from each other. If you are not, you will be, that's a punishable offense. You will go to jail. You'll get arrested. And let's see here. We got Germany, close second or close behind. And then you have the United States of America with 2,400 plus cases. Then we're going to go ahead and switch over to Japan. Japan is right behind us. And then you have the UK at 1,100. And then Iceland 100 plus, Canada 100 plus, Brazil 100 plus, Argentina 31, South Africa 38, Australia 200, New Zealand 5. Man, it's touching everywhere. Touching everywhere. Singapore 200 plus, India 87, which is you're going to see something here. 47, Russia, Israel 100, Egypt 93, Algeria 37, Nigeria 2, South Africa 38. Okay, Mexico 15. All right, so what does this map tell you? Let's analyze this. What does this tell us about who gets the coronavirus and who is more susceptible to it? So the original question is, are Black people less likely to get the coronavirus, contract it, carry it, even be affected by it? Based off the numbers, I would say yes. So, and we're talking about just the United States. I wish, although they'll never have it, a list of everyone that got the corona. And I guarantee if you look at that list, it'll seem to be indicative of the world here. I don't know any Black folks that have contracted the corona. I haven't heard about any Black folks that have contracted the corona at any point. It's virtually non-existent in Africa. I think you're going to see that, and this is my theory, lightly or lighter melanated people have a higher chance of contracting the coronavirus. And those with a significant amount of melanin, Black folks, Africans, people that have African blood in them, African Americans. I've heard any cases, boom, United States, a huge African ancestry population in Brazil, not really in Central America. You're not really hearing anything. It's like if you got the blood in you, you're good. Cuba, nothing here. Puerto Rico, the Bahamas, you're not hearing anything. It's really low there too. You got some going on in Nigeria, Egypt. Those are Middle Eastern mixed Africans right there. But mostly your melanated dark Africans, they're not getting it. South Africa, probably some white folks, 38. Australia, no Aborigines there, but it's kind of far out. Singapore is not too bad. India, strangely, 87 reported. We all know how the population in India is huge, but you're saying only 87 got it? I think there's some melanin resistance there. Yeah. Shout out to Monica Ward. You're right. Let's keep the convo in the comments related to the video in the stream. Let's do that. And so to answer the question that was posed in the comments, yeah, you got, I think black folks and melanated peoples around the world tend to be more resistant to the coronavirus than less melanated people. So for all the people that want to, bleach their skin and think lighter is better in this circumstances, you know, go get that tan, people. Let that melanin flourish because it might just protect you. So that's a very interesting question that was posed by Sue Shiny. Let's keep going here. Yeah, 87 in India. Yeah. And yeah, Tampa General Security, they're doing what they can. I heard they're not even letting kids in. So, I mean, that's definitely something here. Let's see here. Okay. Second question was, what is your take on people buying up all the toilet paper and reselling on Amazon? It's one of those conversations. It's one of those things. It's like, how are you going to make use and make a benefit from a tragedy, so to speak? Business people do it all the time. Should you do it? Should you buy hoard supplies and then sell it at a premium? That's what businesses do. Should you do that, or should you be a decent human being and not do that? Only take what you need for your family in hopes that other people can protect their family and have something too. It would be a good thing to do. I understand both perspectives. I myself struggle with the idea of trying to find out or trying to think about, should I at all go ahead and buy a whole bunch of masks and sell them? And when things start to get worse, sell them for, 25 to 50 bucks a piece. Who knows? I was going to do it. I've been thinking about doing it, but God told me I shouldn't do it. So I'm not going to do it. And the toilet paper thing, come on, man. Come on. A viable alternative to toilet paper, baby wipes. You're not going to be able to get toilet paper for a little minute. So baby wipe it up. Get the scented ones. How do you believe coronavirus will affect election 2020? Good question. I think it's going to be hard to try to blame the coronavirus on one party or the other. As you know, the Democrats and the Republicans are having bipartisan policy, law passing, bill passing. So it's not going to have a big effect on the election at all. Because when it comes to people's lives, both parties come together, like you're seeing, to go ahead and protect everybody. It's not going to have a huge effect. Trump's not going to get criticized on this. In regards to his response and what he's been doing, talking about closing borders and keeping people from coming, if anything, it'll give Trump a boost. Because all that time he was talking about securing borders, and everybody's like, no, let's not do that. What do people want? Secure borders. What do people want? They don't want people getting in that shouldn't be in, that can infect them and harm them, their families. So I take that back. I think the coronavirus will be a big booster to the already hard to defeat Trump machine. Have I been tested for corona? I have not been tested for corona. Let's see here. Rumored in North Korea they killed someone with the corona. I don't, I'll be honest with you. The reason why we don't have North Korea numbers is because North Korea is not trying to let us know what's going on over there. But I would not be surprised if they did that. I would not be surprised. Let's see here. How are the U.S. troops being protected from coronavirus overseas? I don't have too much information on that. I did speak to someone, actual medic, and they advised that they aren't having issues with anything. Um, they said they're being protected. Now I don't know what that means. They didn't really go into what they meant by being protected, but they did indicate that they were fine and they weren't worried about it. So I'm interested to see what they're giving the medical officials to help them resist it. Let's see here. Is this some type of agenda? Um, I guess the question is the coronavirus itself, was it man-made or is it naturally occurring? I tend to think it is a man-made pathogen or a virus. It's rumored around that there's a patent for this particular strain of coronavirus. Some of the rumors say it came from China as a failed experiment that they were going to use in the United States to cripple the United States, and then it backfired and it got out into their populace and became a ground zero type situation. There's rumors that the United States was the one that planted it in China or something to destabilize the region. There's indications, rumors that it was planted by the United States in multiple different countries, and that they have the cure. There's so many conspiracies. There's even an interesting conspiracy that I'd rather. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. I would say that, man, I lost train of thought. There's a conspiracy that says that China just rolled out 5G, and 5G, as you guys may or may not be aware, is not rumored. I guess it's proven 5G causes germline mutation in living tissue, animals, humans alike, and maybe mutations into viruses. And there's a theory that when they rolled out the 5G not too long ago before the corona started, that's what did it. And the mutations caused people to get sick, or maybe it caused a virus to mutate with the 5G being rolled out. And maybe the signal was too strong. Yes. So actually, that's interesting. Let's look at that. Let's see here. Google 5G Corona. Someone said 5G coronavirus. Corona stalls FCC summit on 5G. Yeah, I bet. Top 5G stock to buy amid the coronavirus carnage. These claims about the new coronavirus and 5G are unfounded. So, interesting. Let's take a look. The claim: the new coronavirus is actually the impact of 5G exposure. Conclusion: this is what this particular people are saying. But even, take this with a grain of salt. Take the conclusion, think what you want, conclusion: this is incorrect. The new coronavirus is a virus, and there's no evidence that 5G is harmful to people's health. That's a bold-faced lie. I could play a video advising that 5G is harmful to people's health. So this is clearly a disinformation piece. Let's see what they say. So claim one is already bullshit. Conclusion one's already bullshit. Symptoms of COVID-19 include nausea, hair loss, bone marrow damage. This is incorrect. Symptoms have been reported as including fever, coughing, and shortness of breath. I've not heard of any of that, so I don't know about that. So maybe that conclusion is true. 5G is harmful to humans. Absolutely. There is no evidence that 5G can harm people. That's a bold-faced lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Don't make me debunk this shit. I'm going to debunk this shit. China was the first place to have over 100,000 5G towers. While it is true that China has over 100,000 towers, it is unclear if it was the first place to pass this number. Bill Gates created the new coronavirus and a vaccine for it. This is incorrect. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation had a research institute that has a patent to a different coronavirus. Coronavirus is a large category of viruses that include cold, SARS, and the new virus that causes COVID-19. So one thing you're always going to see here, one thing you're always going to go ahead and see here is the fact that you have people on Facebook, normal people like you and me, stringing things together, reviewing evidence for ourselves, and putting out our findings based off of the internet. No longer do we have to wait for the TV or the radio to tell us what we should believe or think. We can now research and do all of this ourselves. And the conclusions and the connections that we are finding, we are putting out there for people to do their own research and figure out for themselves. This appears to be a cover-up piece. So let's see here. So they're saying that the 5G is non-ionizing, meaning they don't deal damage to DNA inside cells. Really? Okay. So let's go ahead and look at, is 5G dangerous? And then we'll get back on track. Because this is one of those things. 5G effects on health. Some 5G products contain new or generates radiation that can damage DNA and lead to cancer, cause oxidative damage that can cause premature aging, disruptive cell metabolism, and potentially lead to other diseases through generations of stress proteins. Tons of pieces saying, don't be worried about 5G. Let's take a look at the Scientific American. Let's see here. We have no reason to believe 5G is safe. The technology is coming, but contrary to what people say, there could be health risk. The telecommunications industry and their experts have accused many scientists who have researched the effects of cell phone radiation of fear-mongering over the advent of wireless technology 5G. Since much of our research is publicly funded, we believe it's our ethical responsibility to inform the public about what the peer-reviewed scientific literature tells us about health risk from wireless radiation. The chairman of the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, recently announced through a press release that the commission will soon reaffirm the radio frequency radiation RFR exposure limits that FCC adopted in the late 1990s. These limits are based upon behavioral change in rats exposed to microwave radiation and were designed to protect us from short-term heating risks due to RFR exposure. Yet, since the FCC adopted these limits, based largely on research from the 1980s, the preponderance of peer-reviewed research, more than 500 studies, have found harmful biologic and health effects from exposure to RFR radiation at intensities too low to cause significant heating. There we go. I know they're going to be split. They are. Shout out to that. All right. Peace. Almost. Don't let them get you. The platform does the opportunity for an outlet. However, due to the importance of this topic, this is the appropriate time. I wholeheartedly agree. I appreciate you. I need to make you a moderator. I gotta see about doing that. I'm gonna make you a moderator. Actually, I'm gonna make you a moderator. 5G is bad. Right. Let's see what Elisa says. Is coronavirus hype a cover up for something? Um, yes, it is. It is, and I'm going to answer that question once I get done with the 5G. I will go ahead and answer that. There's a lot of technology that has not been around long enough to study long-term effects. Absolutely, but what we can tell is based off of this. In the 1980s, the preponderance of peer-reviewed research, more than 500 studies have found harmful biologic health effects from exposure to RFR intensities too low to cause significant heating. Meaning, this stuff's not good for you. Citing these large body of research, more than 240 scientists have published peer-reviewed research. Let's see here. Peer-reviewed research on the biologic and health effects of non-ionizing electromagnetic EMF, signed the International EMF Scientists Appeal, which calls for stronger exposure limits. The appeal makes the following assertions. Numerous recent scientific publications have shown that EMF affects living organisms at levels well below most international and national guidelines. Effects include increased cancer risk, cellular stress, increase in harmful free radicals, genetic damage, structural and functional changes to the reproductive system, learning and memory deficits, neurological disorders, negative impacts on general well-being in humans. Damage goes well beyond the human race as there is growing evidence of harmful effects to both plant and animal life. The scientists who signed this appeal arguably constitute the majority of experts on the effects of non-ionizing radiation. They've published more than 2,000 papers and letters on EMF in professional journals. So let's take a look at that. Let's see, Corona 5G. Let's see if we can find that article again. Here, let's take a look. So let's go claim by claim. I told you this is going to be debunked. We're going to debunk this right now. Where is it? Didn't this just say Public Health England has said there's no convincing evidence that exposure below the International Commission of Non-Ionizing Radiation guidelines can cause adverse health effects. These guidelines go up 300 gigahertz, whereas the maximum for 5G will probably be tens of gigahertz. So they're saying because it's non-ionizing radiation, these radio waves are non-ionizing, meaning they don't damage DNA inside cells. Really? So we just debunked this. This is a bold-faced lie because there's over 500 studies and over 240 scientists say that this non-ionizing radiation does affect your DNA, among other things. Interesting. FCC exposure limits regulate the intensity of exposure, taking into account the frequency of the carrier waves, but ignore the signaling properties of RFR, along with the patterning and duration of exposures. Certain characteristics are signal, pulsing, polarization, increase the biologic and health effects on the exposure. New exposure limits are needed, which account for these differential effects. Moreover, these limits should be based on biological effect and not a change in laboratory rats' behavior. So they're just basing it on behavior because people, we're energy, okay? Regardless of what you believe, we are spiritual beings living in physical bodies. And that spirit has a frequency to it. That spirit has electricity and waves and radiation. We give off our own auras. Aura is energy. Energy has a radiation signal. There's no energy that has no level of radiation to it. This 5G not only affects your body, but also affects your mind and behavior. A quick aside, people used to talk about in the hood, you'd have a lot of cell phone towers, you'd have a lot of electric towers and stuff like that in the hood. And a lot of people were saying that the electricity and these towers were affecting people's behaviors and moods. So if we know that electric towers and cell towers that are giving off these signals and rays are affecting people's moods, can we then say that people that live in low income areas where they're surrounded and bombarded with these things, maybe they act this way not just because of who they are, but their environment? Maybe their environment is affecting literally how they act and perceive their everyday reality. Perhaps. Let's see here. And yeah, don't worry, we're going to get to that one very soon here. You're dumb. You're so dumb. Ada bat, but you know, you can always, that's also a sex thing too. Interesting. It is the equivalent of being exposed to too much X-rays. You don't feel the effects immediately, but over time, the damage begins to show. Exactly. And all of this radiation comes from your phone, comes from any of your electrical devices. Any form of radiation can be dangerous. Absolutely. Yep, you already know. So let's continue reading. The World Health Organization, it's an International Agency for Research on Cancer, ARC, classifies RFR as possibly carcinogenic to humans in 2011. Last year, a $30 million study conducted by U.S. National Toxicology Program, NTP, found clear evidence that 2 years of exposure to cell phone RFR increased cancer rate in male rats and damaged DNA in rats and mice of both sexes. The Ramazzi Institute in Italy replicated the key finding of the NTP using a different carrier frequency and much weaker exposure to cell phone radiation of the life of the rats. Based upon the research published in 2011, including human and animal studies and mechanist data, ARC recently prioritized RFR to be reviewed again in the next 5 years, since many EMF scientists now believe with sufficient evidence to consider RFR as either a probable or known human carcinogen. The waves cause cancer and increase your risk of cancer. That's why they say don't stand too close to a microwave. And if you're talking on the phone, do it via speaker. Don't put it up to your head. Don't keep your phone in your pocket too long next to your genitals. Nonetheless, without conducting a formal risk assessment or systematic review of the research on RFR health effects, FDA recently affirmed FCC's 1996 exposure limits in a letter to the FCC, stating that the agency had concluded that no changes to the current standards warranted at this time, and that the NTP's experimental findings should not be applied to human cell phone usage. Someone's getting paid to literally throw this out. This letter stated that the available scientific evidence to date does not support adverse health effects in humans due to exposure at or under current limits. The latest cellular technology, 5G, will employ multimeter waves from the first time, in addition to microwaves that have been used for older cellular technologies, 2G to 4G. Given limited reach, 5G will require cell antennas every 100 to 200 meters, exposing many people to multimeter wave radiation. 5G also employs new technologies, active antennas capable of beamforming, phased arrays, massive multiple input and outputs known as MIMO, which pose unique challenges for measuring exposures. Multimeter waves are mostly absorbed within a few millimeters of human skin in the surface layers of the corona. Short-term exposure can have adverse psychological effects in the peripheral nervous system, immune system, and cardiovascular system. The research suggests that long-term exposure can pose health risks to the skin, melanoma, the eyes, ocular melanoma, and the testes, sterility. Since 5G is the new technology, there is no research on health effects, so we are flying blind, to quote the U.S. Senator. However, we have considerable evidence about the harmful effects of 2G and 3G. Little is known the effects of exposure of 4G, a 10-year-old technology, because governments have been remiss in their funding to research. Meanwhile, are we seeing increase in certain types of head and neck tumors and tumor registries, which may have at least a partial attributable to the proliferation of cell phone radiation? Neck and head tumors. These increases are constant with results from case control studies of tumor risk of heavy cell phone usage. 5G will not replace 4G. It will accompany 4G for the near future and possibly over the long term. If there is a synergistic effect from simultaneous exposures of multiple types of RFR, an overall risk of human may increase substantially. Cancer is not the only risk, as there are considerable evidence that it causes neurological disorders, reproductive harm, likely due to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress causes aging, premature aging. As society, we should invest hundreds of billions of dollars deploying 5G, a cellular technology that requires the installation of 800,000 or more new cell antenna sites in the U.S. close to where we live, work, and play? I don't think so. Instead, we should support the recommendations of 250 scientists, medical doctors who signed the 5G appeal that calls for the immediate moratorium on the development and deployment of 5G and demand that our government fund the research needed to adopt biologically based exposure limits that protect our health and safety. Woo! So, yes, that was determined. That is a lie. I'm going to post that in the chat. We're debunking. We're just out here debunking. This is the article that we debunked with the link on top of it. So there you go. That is harmful. 5G is bad. Now, here's the question. A really good question. Is the coronavirus hype a cover-up for something? I believe it is. Now, there's probably a lot going on right now. A lot. My opinion and take on this is that the coronavirus is the perfect alibi for a lot of different things. One, as I've been saying on this channel for at least 6 months now, there's going to be another recession very soon. It was scheduled for either summer of this year, quote unquote, or spring of this year. And the reason why is because with the inflation rates going to be what they are, the Fed slashing rates the way they are, and the whole process of quantitative easing just not being working and being viable anymore, we're due for a collapse. We've been due for a collapse for a while. And a lot of the analysts indicate that it was going to happen around summer or springtime of this year. We've known this for over a year. So I believe that the coronavirus is the perfect excuse as a cover for the recession that is coming or maybe even here. The markets went down. That was going to happen regardless. The old folks are scared because they have a lot of their money in mutual funds. They're trying to retire. They remember what happened in 2008 and before that when they lost everything in the markets. So they're seeing some of the same signs, and they're saying we are not going to get had again. We're not doing that again. So what has happened? They are pulling their money out of the market. They don't care what the loss is that they're taking. They're pulling it out. They want to save for retirement. They are not in a position to get back out and work again. They did not want to work their entire lives. That's why they saved and invested and put their money in these mutual funds, 401ks, and all of that. If you look at your 401ks now, everyone, it is significantly decreased. You lost some money. If you don't believe me, when you get to work or if you have access to your work, take a look. If you've been tracking it, take a look at your 401k today and see where you're at. We've all lost money. We've all lost money. So I do think it is a cover up for the economic collapse that is coming or that is here. I think it is a cover up for let me see, economic collapse. I think it is there to promote automation. I think it's here to promote governmental control as like a test to see how many liberties that people are willing to give up in the name of security, which I vehemently disagree with. But I definitely thinking they're pushing the envelope to see just how much control they can impose at this point. Now, there is a safety aspect, of course, but these are just my thoughts and opinions, if I can be quite frank. Let's see here. Martial law, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to check, but hey, take a look. Martial law, exactly. Martial law. She said it. That's what I was thinking. Um, a lot of this stuff, the 5G, there's so many different things that are happening right now that the coronavirus is taking, um, media focus off of, you know? So that's what I think. Good question, Melissa. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yes, the environment is a core component. So yeah, you saw the article about peer review. Yeah, you saw the article. So all this time that we thought certain areas were dangerous just because the people were low income and there's drugs and stuff, maybe, just maybe, it's all of these different frequencies changing their behavior. Because I'll be honest, when I go to the hood, what you would constitute as the hood or a low income area, the very air feels different when you go there. There's a different feeling and vibe from when I'm in New Tampa than when I pass over from Tampa Palms and then go to Tampa. A whole different vibe. It feels different. The energy is different. It's always been different. And I was trying to figure out what that is because over in New Tampa, we don't have all those towers. We don't have all that radiation and influence. But in the hood, it almost amplifies negative energy. It's a negative energy amplifier. So I definitely think that is true. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does have. It's a very unsettling vibe. It's like anything can happen. You're not safe. Ladies, keep your phone out your boobies. Boob phones, tip money. Yeah. So these are very, very good questions, guys. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the United. We're gonna do the United call now. So let me pull that up here. I'm gonna play the United call. The United guy was pretty cool. Flight United. Here we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and play that.
How can I help you?
Hi, this is Joseph, and I'm calling because I just had a few questions before I book a flight. I was hoping you guys could help me.
Sure. I'll be more than willing to help you out on that one.
All right, thank you. And you say,
I'm speaking with Mr. Parker, right?
yep, that's me.
Do you have a confirmation number?
No, I have not purchased anything yet.
Oh, so you were inquiring about types of tickets that we're offering, right?
Well, that's one of my questions, but it was really just about, the safety of the flights and then your refund policy and such. I just had a few questions.
When it comes to the refund policy, that is actually stated on the terms and conditions of the ticket. So actually, that depends on the type of ticket that you got. Because right now, if you are booking it using your credit card, we do have options when you check it online. The cheapest that we are offering is a basic economy. Basic
Okay.
economy ticket, when it comes to the refund policy, you will be given 24 hours after purchase to request a refund on that specific, what you call this, ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And then the normal restrictions and terms and conditions on basic economy tickets
Mm-hmm.
is after 24 hours upon purchase, you can no longer make some changes.
Okay.
And the ticket will be non-refundable automatically. That's the type of ticket which is restricted, the cheapest we are offering.
I see.
And then the second one is still a non-refundable, but a changeable type of ticket with a change fee.
I see.
Next to it is the flexible type of ticket, which is a purely refundable type of ticket. However, those tickets, we can provide exception, especially when it comes to safety purposes, because you know about the health emergency that we're currently experiencing right now.
Yes.
But that's the normal terms and conditions of those tickets.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And then I guess that's a good answer. I guess another question I have, what type of precautions is United taking to protect passengers?
What do you mean?
Like, what are
The necessary.
what necessary pertaining to the virus, what type
Yeah.
of precautions are you guys taking, like, to make sure the passengers are protected, from, any virus related precautions? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. We actually make sure that all of our what you call this, our aircraft is actually safe, and we made sure that if there will be some cases, especially especially to our international flights,
Mm-hmm.
if there will be a flight schedule, if we have flights that is having internationally, let's say for example, traveling to countries which has a little bit bigger cases of the virus,
Yes.
most of it is we really canceled all of our flight schedules just to make sure that no one or no passengers can leave or get inside U.S.
Okay.
that has the virus.
Okay. Well, what about the domestic flights? Like, do you guys disinfect the planes, like, after each flight? Like, how does that work? Like, do you guys do that?
Yes, we're actually having as what we call the maintenance that every flight schedule. Yeah, you're actually correct. We are disinfecting all aircrafts that we got, especially to those aircraft that travels from Washington State. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
just precautionary measures about it.
Okay.
I can assure you that all of our flight schedules are really safe.
Okay. Well, okay. So, with that being said, do you guys, like, provide any gloves or masks to any of the passengers?
For that, actually, for those information, it's actually provided here at the airport. I cannot really guarantee if our airport employees will provide you masks or some sort of like that, but I can only guarantee you that you will be safe by flying with us.
Okay. Well, okay. I guess my last question would be, what's your best deal, or do I have to look online for that? Like, do you know what the best?
I would recommend you to look for that online because you know what dates when you're gonna be flying out, right? And you can actually check that out. And to be exact, I would recommend you to have the cheapest flight schedule that we're offering because regardless of the policy,
Yeah.
they can always ask exception in case.
Got you. Okay, well, I'll be honest. This call made me feel a lot better. Thank you. I guess I'll check out online. Thank you, sir.
It's really my pleasure helping you out. Just don't hesitate to call us back whenever you have inquiries, okay?
All right. Thank you, sir. And you have a safe day.
Mm-hmm. Keep safe there. Yeah, keep safe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
All right. So yeah, different convo. They both did their best to go ahead and answer the questions. As I said, wasn't able to get through to Delta. Delta just rang busy. No, Delta said call back in 3 days. Frontier rang busy, and American Airlines did not give. This is what they said. We're experiencing high call volume. We're taking care of customers as quickly as possible. If you wish to cancel your flight, you can do this online. Please call back anytime before December 31st to rebook your trip. So they're saying that you can rebook your trip even if you can't get through. You just got to do it before the end of the year, and there'll be no fees or anything to rebook because you can't get through to them. But they're not giving a refund. The only refunds that are given appear to be from Southwest, and that's if you buy the more expensive ticket, you'll be able to get a refund on them. And United said as well, you'll be able to get some sort of refund if you went business or first class, and with unrestricted fare, you can get a refund. So really, you got to buy the more expensive tickets to get the refund. But if you're buying the lowest tickets that they're providing right now, or even the middle grade or middle class of ticket, then you're out of luck, unfortunately. It was American Airlines. Delta, not doing too much here. Your safety is above all. We're doing everything we can to deliver safe travel experience. Care for you is our top priority. Let's see. Rest assured, we're putting your needs first to deliver safe travel. So this is a video from the Chief Customer Experience Officer. Let's go ahead and play that. Oh, okay. Delta showing you what they're doing. Okay. That's a bit more than any of the other places. Let's go ahead and watch this. Delta over here showing you what they're going to do.
Hello, I'm Bill Lynch, Chief Customer Experience Officer at Delta Airlines. I'm here to share some important steps we are taking to ensure your safety and to prevent the spread of COVID-19, which you probably know as the coronavirus. We know that when you choose to travel with us, you are putting your trust in our hands, and that's a responsibility we take very seriously. From the moment your travel starts with Delta at the airport, we are committed to providing you with a safe and healthy travel experience. Cleanliness is always important, but now it matters more than ever in our airports and on our aircraft. In early February, we introduced an electrostatic fogging procedure. Using fogging machines, our team sanitized the aircraft cabin with a high-grade, EPA-registered disinfectant that sticks to cabin surfaces. This disinfectant is highly effective against many communicable diseases, including coronaviruses, and is safe for customers and crew immediately after it is applied. After our overnight aircraft are fogged, cleaning crews perform thorough cleaning procedures, including wiping down cabin surfaces, tray tables, seatback screens, consoles, and common areas like lavatories and galleys, using the same high-grade disinfectant used to fog the aircraft. We are committed to providing a safe, clean, and comfortable environment for you every time you fly. Before the boarding process begins, a Delta customer service agent and a Delta flight attendant will personally inspect the aircraft to make sure it's clean. If it doesn't meet our standards, our employees have the authority to hold the flight for additional cleaning. And we'll make this cleanliness commitment to you each and every time you fly with Delta. I want to assure you that we have the best professionals in the industry working nonstop for you. Nothing is more important to us than your health and your safety, and you can be sure of that every time you fly with Delta.
Okay. All right. So, oh, YouTube. All right. So, I'll be honest. I like that Delta did a video. That's how you make people feel okay about flying. I'm not buying any Delta tickets, but and this is just my opinion, that's what's going to appeal to millennials. That's what's going to make older people feel okay. That's what's going to make kids feel secure. You can post all the stuff on the website you want. You cannot pick up people's calls and inquiries if you want. Delta did right by putting a YouTube video on their page and putting it on their website saying, look at this. This is how we clean it. This is how we do it. You're going to be straight. Don't worry about it. They're instilling confidence in traveling in air. If I had to get on a plane, God forbid someone died in my family, I'm flying Delta. Just off of that alone. And see, that's how powerful social media is. Very powerful. That's how you do that. Now, I'm going to say this, though. Delta, Southwest said they do something. Southwest says they would do pretty much the same thing. Now, they're not saying they're doing electric fogging, but he said, if you listen to the video, nightly cleanings. So they're not doing it every flight. Let's make that very clear. I think they should, but they're not doing it after every flight. They're doing it nightly. So Southwest, United didn't say it that they're doing it nightly cleanings, but Southwest and at least Delta are doing that. So, yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. So Delta got it going on. Let's see here. But let's see what Delta's tickets are like. Let's see, round trip, TPA to, let's say Denver. Shop miles, refundable fare. So there's even a refundable fares button. Let's see. Okay. And we're going from Monday to Monday. Let's see what they got for us. See what these prices are like. Because see, here's the thing. Shit. Okay. They're not being so these are refundables. So in order to get a refundable ticket, you're going to pay these prices. That's a bit expensive. Let's go ahead and take refundable off because I think that's going to be an issue. Okay, there we go. Let's take refundable off. Okay, amazing the difference in pricing here. You take off the refundable, meaning you can fly. They're still probably the most expensive ticket that I've seen. But then again, these are round trips, so maybe not. So if you're going to fly super basic coach, you're getting a round trip ticket. You're going to, although this one's a connector, that's not, all these are not nonstop. Let's see. So for a connector flight, basic, you're paying $205. So about $100 round trip each way. So $200 round trip for a week in Denver, and you got to fly a connection flight through Atlanta. I usually prefer to fly nonstop, but you're looking at $205. I guess that's not bad. And it's Colorado too. Usually these tickets are around $430 for like basic or main. Seats assigned at check-in. Select available seats. For $70 more, you can select your own seat. Earlier boarding and deplaning Comfort Plus. Affordable luxury. $800. So maybe, guys, if you're gonna fly, right? It's not even first class. So You got first class. If you guys ever wanted to fly first class, maybe now's the time. I mean, I'm not saying do it. This is not, but I'm saying if I was going to fly first class and I've never experienced it in my life, you now may be the time. These tickets are real cheap. You could probably get a first class flight for the price of a normal ticket, not during this whole Corona crisis. Maybe go for it. If you've never flown first class before, maybe go for it. That's an interesting way. So Delta, it's okay if you're flying super basic coach economy. I guess. Let's see what Frontier's doing. Frontier's usually the lowest, but we'll do TPA Denver. And there was like a 90% off on the website. So I'm wondering what that's looking like. Denver, Colorado. Same times. We're doing Monday to Monday. One adult search. Yeah, I think there was 90% off with the Fly Now promo code. Person, 90% off? Wait a second. I've got $126. Really? I got a credit? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Is that a... Wow, shit. Are you kidding me? Whoa, what a price. Yo, look at this. Frontier, shit. And these are round trip. Hold on. Non-stop. Whoa, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. Hold on. Hold up. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Frontier. Hold on a second. Let's see what that promo code is looking like. So you can join the Discount Den Club and get even more discounts. Frontier promo code. 90% off promotion. Yes, this was crazy. Save 90% or 10% off your next flight with us. So they're saying buy a flight. Wait, hold on. Or maybe this flight. Maybe you can use it for this flight. Bye, blah, blah, blah. Huh. Hold on. Let's see if this can be used. This is going to be wild. This is going to be wild. Let's take a look at this, people. So I'm trying to round trip this, and I can do nonstop. I can do nonstop for $125. What? Hold on. Wow, that's hell of a deal. Okay, so let's play with this, guys. Yeah, Frontier's budget. When we went to Colorado, we flew Frontier, and my thighs were howling. If you got to fly Frontier and you're a big dude, you can literally buy 2 tickets and have 2 seats. You could sit very comfortable in Frontier. I suggest buying 2 tickets. At this price, you could buy 2. If you big or you don't want to have people sitting next to you like that, you can literally buy 2 tickets on a plane. Sit where they have you can lift up the middle part, and damn, you can be sitting really comfortably during the flight. Lay down, whatever. You could buy a row. You could buy your own row with these prices. Damn. No, that was United. Yeah, it was. No. Okay, we flew back United. We flew there Frontier. Let's play. My mind is like, what? Let's play. Let's continue. Hold on. 128. Oh, okay. So that was one way. So there was one way in returning. These are still not bad. I mean, it could be better, but still not bad. nonstop flight, 3 hours and 19 minutes. We can do 3 hours and 34 for the 125. Boom. What they mean round trip total? Hold on. Let's just be Joe Schmo. Schmo. Joe. They're asking my gender. No, I'm playing. They're asking my gender. Sure, that's my birthday. They're asking my gender. Forever at gmail.com. Y'all don't need to do that. Oh, snap. What happened? Let's see. Sure, let's put that in. 254-565. 254-565-650. PC647. There we go. Boom. Both ways united. No, that was united. Both ways united. Okay. Hold on. Oh, wait. Choose your bundle. We offer exclusive travel bundles so you can get your favorite options for less. Plus benefits apply to your entire booking. So for an extra $100, all fares include one personal item, carry-on bag, checked bag, seat selection, priority boarding. Things happen. Have the ability to refund your flight with Works Bundle, your flight reimbursed with no cancellation fees. Okay, so interesting. So if you pay $100 on the ticket, that's how they get their money back. So they're charging you $125 each way, roughly, and you can pay an extra $100 to be able to get a refund if you can't fly your flight. Interesting. Let's just see what that's going to look like. Because we're assuming we'd want a refund, right, guys? Let's just see how low we can go. No refund. We're just going to do this. Schmo Joe. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Frontier, you got to buy the seat. And you probably want the stretched. So you'll pay the 62. Well, no, we'll go super bare bones. 8C. Never mind. This is going to be a window seat. We want a window seat. Where's the front of the plane? Exit. Doesn't really tell you. Yeah, we'll just keep that. We'll keep that. We want a window seat too. And we'll continue. For a few extra dollars, you can get extra leg room. With all the add-ons, it's almost as much as a regular flight. There you go. This is what we're thinking. We want a carry-on bag at least. Let's say we're not doing a carry-on. But likely we'll have a carry-on, so that's not realistic. We'll have a carry-on. Damn. Same for return flight. They charge you each time, each way, $82. Check bag. Likely you're gonna have a check bag. Free personal item. Think purse, laptop bag, or kid's bag. So if you bring a kid's backpack, then it can be free. So get a kid's backpack, fill it for whatever you need. You can avoid that cost. Or you can get the Works. So there you go. If you think about it, they were saying $99 you get all that, or you can do it separately. So at this point, it makes sense to just go ahead and buy the bundle, which is $99, and it's $99 per direction. So it technically is still cheaper. It's still cheaper if you do $99 per direction. because you were at 72 and then 82. Wow, they did that. Bundle total 198. You got to pick your seat. Oh, well, since it's all paid for, you don't have to pay for the seat. So you're going to go ahead and get stretched. You're going to live in luxury here. Oh. Yeah, you're going to get that window seat stretched. Exit row. No, you don't want any extra responsibility. So you keep it there. All that's free. Well, not free. You already paid for it. Wow. Now, where can we enter that promo code? You're probably going to want a car if you don't got anybody to pick you up. Payment. There's some. That's why you should get Honey. Honey hooks you up. Let's see if it's got any coupon codes for us. Didn't work. Saved $1.80. Continue to check out. We're going to remove that promo code. Let's use that one we saw, Spring. The Spring cannot be added to this booking. So you're paying $322. So the way the promo code works is you pay $322, pretty much to fly. So the flight itself costs $124.80 plus the $99 each way. I love Honey. Yeah. So it's $322.80. That is the price of a regular ticket. So I don't know, man. I mean, I guess nonstop. I guess that's a bit cheaper than it normally is. You took the bundle deal, and I think that counts as a discount itself. Well, then let's just see here, because I don't think that's worth it. So let's just say we're just trying to get away. We're not bringing anything. We're going with a kid's bag. Let's see the cheapest way we can do this flight. Let's go continue without my bundle. So you got to pay for your seat. You pick $37. You're paying for that. Nope, you're going to sit in the back. So you're going to sit in the last seat, window seat, because that's the cheapest. Nah. Oh, wait, I think there was one for $18, actually. Let's go back. I'm trying to do this cheaply. We're going to go super cheap. Where is it at? Didn't we just see $18? Thought we saw $18. Okay, whatever. Nope. All right, so we're not going to do carry-on. We're just not doing it. We're not going to do a check bag. We are literally just going to visit this place, and we're not bringing anything back. This is just a visit. You're going with everything in your pocket, and you're going to wear a man purse or a purse or a kid's backpack. So let's see the cheapest we can get to this other state. Nope, we're not getting a car. We got a friend that lives there that'll pick us up. So conceivably, we've applied the code SAVE90. Yes, I want that code. So they've applied the code SAVE90 for us. So what did that do? Seats were $56. So for $180, you can go to Denver for 5 days in the most bare bones, worst seats, and you're not bringing anything with you. You can go to Denver for a week for less than $200. That's pretty good, considering last time I went to Denver, spent almost $1,200 in seats for me and my compatriot. So I don't think that's going to be a very comfortable flight. It's a 4-hour flight. To be kind of scrunched up for 4 hours is going to be tough. So let's say you bought 2 seats on both ways back. You can multiply that by 2. So you're looking at 248 or 249 and some change. And you're getting 2 seats that so you'll have definitely a bit more room, a bit more leg room to kind of lounge and turn, so you don't actually get feel restricted. So you may want to do it like that. If you're going to fly Frontier, if you're going to go to a different city, different state, and you're just really just going to visit, if you've ever just wanted to go to Washington or Oregon or Seattle, you could do it for about $180 or more or less. But you got to go just to visit bare bones. You can't bring anything. If you bring one bag, you're going to be looking at about $250 for one ticket each way. Not each way, just one way. I don't know. But you got options. I mean, I guess you could just wash your outfit every day. You could wear the same outfit, just maybe pack 2 or 3 shirts. You could literally wear one pair of jeans. Yeah, buy clothes there and ship them home. That's a good idea. I didn't think about that. You could buy clothes there and ship them home. Yeah, there's an idea. Okay, so if you're willing to buy clothes there, ship them home, or just have like some basketball shorts and a shirt, that way you can wear that in between your clothes getting washed, you can have a good time in any state. And again, this doesn't have to be for this month. If we changed these dates, you're going to be able to get these same prices. And let's make sure that's correct. You're going to be able to get these same prices. Let's say we want to go to Let's say we want to go to let's say we want to go to Vegas, right? Let's say we want to go to Vegas from Tampa, and we want to do this in May 13th to Wednesday to Wednesday. No, we'll do Monday to Monday. No, we'll do, June. We'll do May 11th to May 18th. One adult, and we're going to do that SAVE90 code. Oh, it didn't like that, did it? You can go to DR. Hey, Mexico, Jamaica. Let's see what we'll play with that later. Let's do from Tampa. Let's go from Tampa to, like I said, let's do Vegas. Although I don't know if you probably wouldn't want to go. Well, assuming the corona's over, let's say Vegas. Outbound, we want to do May 19th to 26. No promo code, I guess. Search. Let's see if those prices are about the same. Nope. $366. But that's to Vegas. So I guess the true test would be Tampa to Colorado for a week. Denver, Colorado. For a week. And let's see what it's looking like there. Okay. I mean, maybe that was just the destination, but that's still pretty good. You're only up. You Price Peak, summertime, very popular place. Yeah, you're right. But if you look at this, our original was March. So that's 124. That's still not much more. That's less than 200. And if you do everything to the same specifications, you're not doing too bad, right? You're not doing too bad. So at 180, you can extrapolate that, add, that's 191. So you do one minus 124. So it's only $67 more you're adding if you were to go in May. So it really does depend when you fly. So let's see Southwest. Southwest is the big one. They're saying that you can go for $49. So let's say we want to go to Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know why you would want to go to Atlanta, Georgia. But let's just say you want to do it, right? Is it 49? 49 July 79. Okay. So these $49 deals, they're only going up to about mid-June. Mid-June is when these $49 deals transpire. So you got about 4 months if you want to travel for it being about $49 one way. So if you plan to make any trips, they're going to have to be within kind of these prime Corona months. Hopefully, if Corona backs down, you definitely came out ahead. If it gets squared away and handled by at least April or May, you came out more than ahead if you schedule for late May or June. And let's say you want to be gone a whole week. You're going to be gone Monday, depart date, right? And nope. And you are coming back Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Yep. I always prefer nonstop. So you want to get away? We want to get away. So that means, and we get to leave early morning, so we get to enjoy our day. It says these are refundable. Again, you got to pay that money if you want them refundable. And we want to get back early on Monday. Why not? Wow. Hold on. Well, there you go, right? There you go. Southwest appears to be the lick. if you want to go to Atlanta. Oh, that's Atlanta. Hold on. Oh yeah, I guess if that's Atlanta, you can do it for less than $100, and it's just an hour and 30-minute flight. So even if you're cramped, you can probably, you can probably live. You could probably live with that. And no change fees. And 2 bags fly free. So I think for the bundle, Southwest is probably going to be best. Let's see if we could. Let's see if we can do that Tampa to Colorado. Let's just dream a little bit here. We want to dream about it. We want to do Tampa to Colorado, Denver. We want to do that around June 2nd. So, no. Yep, it did include bags as well. So, if we were trying to do Colorado, you could conceivably do a Sunday in April and then come back. Well, I'll be. You could do a Sunday in April and be back on Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or come back on Saturday. Or you do Monday. Hold on. So depart date is gonna stay Sunday, but you can come back. Fuck it, come back Saturday and relax on that Sunday. That's gonna be $49, but you gotta do that next month. That's in April. Didn't that just say $49? So you're gonna have to take the late night flight, and then you have to return flight 5:30 a.m. to 10:50 a.m. I guess if you have to do it, or 6:55 to 12:15 a.m. the next day. So you would be getting back 12:15 a.m. on that Sunday. I don't know. That may be the better flight. Or no, this will give you at least a semblance of a weekend. So maybe do that. There you go. That's how you do it. That's a Colorado trip for 8 days. 8 days in Colorado for $100. I'm sure that, and this is no rental car, it's just you getting there. Hopefully you got peoples. Put in your info. I'm sure after this you get to pick the seat, and that's where they could probably tack on a bit more money. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's where you do it. So, yeah. Right now, based off of what I'm looking at, Delta inspires the most confidence in your safety. United and Southwest did their best to answer the questions. The 5 questions again for anyone that's new. What type of precautions are you taking as a company to protect passengers? Are planes disinfected after each flight? Do you guys allow refunds or payments or credit to another flight? What is your best deals? And we'll make any gloves or given masks be available. So let's kind of bring this all together. Southwest is going to have the best price to travel in the next 2 to 3 months. If you're going to plan a trip and it's going to be the next 2 to 3 months, you can get away with a price like this. This is from Tampa to Denver. Pretty long flight, $97. You get 2 free check bags, no cancellation fees. Southwest is the best financial deal if you're going to travel. If you plan to travel in the next 2 to 3 months and you have a spare $200 to $300, that is 2 to 3 trips to different states you can go on to if you're just going to go for it full force in the next 2 to 3 months. Now is technically the time to travel, but you're really putting your life in your hands if you decide to do so. Delta appears to be the one that inspires the most confidence in them keeping you safe for your trips. Frontier's payments aren't bad. I guess financially, Frontier is the second most economical option. But if you're talking about safety, I think Delta and Southwest, I think Southwest wins. Okay. I think due to affordability and what Southwest advised that they do as their cleaning procedure, if you're going to make a trip, I would probably suggest, and again, just in my opinion, Southwest, because they will keep you some semblance of protected and they have the lowest prices. Now, if money is not an option, go Delta. Delta has shown you what they're doing and willing to protect you. And if you don't have to worry about budgets or anything like that, Delta is going to be the safest, in my opinion. Southwest is the next safest, but most economical. Frontier is completely budget. We do not know if they're doing anything different to protect you from the virus. And United and Southwest have great customer service. I've not checked United's pricing. Let's see what they're looking at. Let's do the Denver, Colorado. We're going to do the April 13th. Anytime. Preferably nonstop. I know some people don't mind connectors, but I prefer nonstop. But you can't beat those 2 free bags. Whoa, hold on now. Lowest economy, basic economy, most restrictive, flexible. Departure. Really? Departure arrive. Man, can they do a bit better than that? Because you would probably go ahead and pick this one. Sit with a group or family? Nope. Choose complimentary seat? Nope. Bring full-size carrier bag on board? Nope. Change your flight. That's about all you can do. Wow. They're going to get their money, ain't they? And return. There is not even a return flight that you can pick that's 157. United's not doing it. Okay. I'd probably not pick United. They seem to be very restrictive. They did say they would keep you some semblance of clean. Let's see what American Airlines got going on. Denver. April 14th. No, April 11th to April 18th. Or did I do May? Let's see if American Airlines got some deals. No change fee on flights ticketed by March 31st. So good, no fees for that. Ooh, these aren't, that's not good. So if you leave on, see, flexible, lowest fare. We actually want lowest fare. Shit. No way. No, we don't want flexible. Check Spirit. Okay. Yeah. United's not really doing it for us. I was advised check Spirit. So let me write down this. So tops safety, Delta, affordability. All right, let's check Spirit Airlines. You got some deals, Spirit? No plan, no problem. 50% off. So what are we talking about here? Save up to 50% off flight only bookings of flights booked with vacation packages. Promo 50 PCT. Let's just see. And that code ends tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Dangy. And yep, like I said, it's that 3 months there, the 2 to 3 months you're going to be getting these 50% off. So let's see. We're going Tampa to Denver. Going to go that April. We'll go that May 11th to May. How did it know? How did it know that? How did it know? Oh, wait. Oh, promo code. Hold on. We got to go back. We got to put in the promo code. We don't want no buckery. Tampa, Denver, April. No, we're doing May 11th, May 18th. Oh, thank you. You honor me. Oh, snap. Hold on. Whoa. Choose your flight. Let's look for the month. Nothing available. What? Monday. That was weird. Hold on. Tampa to Denver and then Denver to Tampa. So what are you saying? We got to go. Whoa, shit. Really? Hold on now. So you're saying if I leave on a Wednesday in April, if I leave April 1st, I'm getting a flight there for $37? Okay. And then What? Whoa. Spirit came out of nowhere. Yeah, all these deals occur around the same time as the anticipated recession. Absolutely. She gets it. She gets it. She's smart. She's smart, dude. She is smart, dude. April 1st. So, April 1st. Wait, what? That should be April 1st is the Tampa to Denver. And then that's a 6-hour flight. Whoa. No wonder it's so cheap. That's a 6-hour flight. Well, so that's one stop. But that's pretty cheap though. So let's go back to the month. And let's do an April. So we're going on Wednesday. We're turning back on Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Yeah, because you're going to be traveling all day Sunday. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days. So really, you're going to be there for 4 days, 2 days traveling all day. Okay. Okay. Wow. Hold on. Let's see. View seat map. I wonder. Big front, premium, standard. I guess we're going standard. Oh, we can't. We're not going to pick. Okay. 74.51. Wow. Here's how they do it. Random seat, personal item. Well, if you're going alone, I guess I won't care. But if you get the bundle for $89, you get to grab a sweet spot in the plane. Personal item, carry-on bag, checked bag plus 10 pounds, shortcut boarding, flight flex, modify your flight once for free, 2 times the flight miles. So $89. So we were at $74. Add 89 to that, and let's see. No, let's just see how low we can go. Again, if you're doing it just like we did the Southwest, if we're bare bones Southwesting it, then if you bare bones Southwest it, that's $97.96. And if you bare bones, we're not going there. Okay. Bag seats, blah, blah, blah. I venture to say here by seats, options, and bags, if you can bare bones it, you can be under $100 with Spirit. But I don't know if they're charging you per seat. They may. If they don't charge you per seat, then Spirit actually is the second, could be the most affordable actually, even more so than Frontier. So I'll put Spirit as number 2 on affordability, and Frontier will go to number 3. Oh, for about $15 more, you can have more luggage, which in return isn't bad. Yeah, for $15 more. I mean, not going to be the most comfortable flight. These are really long flights. I mean, you're going to be flying the whole day for these. But, I mean, if you've ever wanted to explore another state, here are 2 websites where you can do it for under $100. Although, it's going to be in the next 2 to 3 months. So, Corona may get worse by that time, or it could get better. But if the rumors are true and black folks are the least affected by this disease, then maybe black folks should travel. I don't know. I really don't know. But we're going to go ahead and go in summation. So let's go ahead and put it here. So this is just my list based off of airlines worth a. Okay. So under safety, number one, Delta. Delta is the most safe based off of what I've read. And number two, we got Southwest. Safety. Under affordability, we have. I'm going to still give it to Southwest, number one, even though Spirit appears to be actually cheaper, is the cheapest you can go. But I think because Southwest is pretty cheap, like maybe it's about $20 more than Spirit, but it's a 4-hour flight versus a 6 to 7 hour flight. So I'm going to give that affordability to Southwest. But close behind it, Spirit came out of nowhere with that $74 round trip ticket. And then we're going to go Frontier on that. I guess affordability, even though they charge you for everything. So let's see here. All right, and then if we go for affordability and safety, and that would have to go to Southwest. Southwest is it for that one. So yeah, those are really the big major things. So there you go. We blow that up for you guys. Based off of this whole entire stream, almost over 2.5 hours. It all boils down to safety. In my opinion, based off everything we went through, Delta is number one. Close second, Southwest. Affordability, Southwest. Spirit is next. Frontier is third. And affordability and safety is Southwest. We looked at Frontier, United, American Airline, Southwest, Delta, and Spirit. We threw Spirit in there. All right, so there we go. Hope that helps. Airlines worth a damn. Yes. So I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Would anyone like to come on and discuss Corona, flights, whatever? Y'all are free. Otherwise, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to shut it down if no one wants to come on and talk or converse. whole purpose of this whole thing was just to make sure we're helping folks, helping people. Um, and, if you just got to fly, then these are who you should probably consider. Kudos to the companies who are aware of the situation are willing to help. Absolutely. Very impressed with Delta, Southwest on that front. Very impressed. Everyone else, they're just trying not to lose too much money. But yeah, what do you guys have to say? Do you think that these are some good viable options? Did I miss an airline? Is there a better alternative out here? Do you guys know of anyone that has the virus? How do they feel? What are they being affected? How has this changed your life? Has this cost you your job? Has this cost you, if you're a business owner, has this caused the business to slow down? Have you not been able to find toilet paper? um, you know, sound off in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. This is current events. This has been Real Talk, Real People. This is coronavirus, flight, and safety. And as always, I always say this, and I mean it. Context is everything. And